been taught, you've been told. Don't blink, don't run.
Nowadays, companies have seen the need to compete beyond the geographic boundaries. That is why those companies that want to compete have to look for new and better ways to optimize their process. Among the most important processes in organizations are logistics and transport. That is why in this topic we will see the transport method as improvement tool in operation research.
They said, don't fall.
Destination of the transport model for the several decades. There were the many contributions in the operation research that were shaping today's industrial engineering. Charles Babbage is regarded as the first scientist to develop work on the optimizing transportation and transportation costs. England in the mid-19th century, the transportation method is the model of the linear scheduling that seeks to reduce shipping costs between two or more home companies and two or three destinations, which can be Russian, Matrix, or the intermediaries. As for the mathematical modeling, the transport method operates under the following scheme, where the uncertain number of the factories offer it sends product goods to another certain number of the customers' demand. The model also considers shipping costs. The result of this model translates into the optimal number of the units to be shipped, which minimizes transfer costs.
They said, don't fall.
The Truck Services Company has three branches for the reception of cargo for transport of goods in California, San Diego, San Francisco, and the Angeles. The units to the transfer schedule for the next month will be 2,000, 2,500, and 3,000 trailers boxes respectively. The automobile company also has two distribution centers, one in Pasadena and another in Oakland, which have a scheduled demand of 4,000 and 3,500 trailer boxes respectively. The person in charge of transporting logistics in David Turkey estimated that the cost of transport will be like are shown in the table below. Establishing the limitation of the problem in the model its elaboration living again. The first restriction representing San Diego, San Jose, and San Francisco, the Angeles state location in the transportation cost matrix, and each one is matches to the production capacity supply. The last two restrictions belong to the Pasadena and Oakland in the NH distribution center is matches to demand.
They said, don't fall.
Analysis and solution. When introducing this model to WinQSP, Tora or the simulator for 6 variables and 5 restrictions, the data capture table should be as follows. At the end, choose from the menu Solve and Analyze. Solve the problem to solve the problem. By observing the previous table, you can see the optimal number of units to transport according to their destinations range circle. To facilitate the understanding of those indicated in the results table, the optimal solutions should be interpreted as follows. Making this distribution in transport will reduce costs to minimum of 9,300,000 for the following month. It is important to consider that for the transport model to function correctly, the number of supply units must equal the total demand units. In case of if there is discrepancy, it will necessary to create a fixed plant offer or a fixed distribution demand to balance the model.
They said, don't fall.
It is important in this method of transport to consider the cost of transport between the supply center and demand center. This model solves considering that the units to be transferred are basically subject to more toward cost rather than demand. Therefore, at the end of the analysis, it is always advisable to check if the customer needs with the results of the model. If so, we will have found a viable solution for both factories and consumers.